Welcome to our news today, September 4th, and here are the headlines.
Vietnamese embassy in the Republic of Korea celebrates National Day. The dispute settlement body of the World Trade Organization makes a decision on Vietnam lawsuit against U.S. anti-dumping measures on frozen shrimp shipments. Small and medium-sized enterprises work to avert difficulties. Overseas Vietnamese in Thailand raise funds for Agent Orange victims.
The Vietnamese Embassy and the Association of Vietnamese People in the Republic of Korea have co-hosted a meeting in Seoul to celebrate the 66th anniversary of the August Revolution and National Day.
Opening the event, Vietnamese ambassador to the Republic of Korea Trần Trọng Toàn stressed that the celebration of Vietnam's National Day took place at a time when friendly and cooperative relations between the two nations are developing fruitfully in all fields, especially in politics, economics, society, culture, science, technology, education, training, security, defense, and people-to-people exchanges. In October 2009, Vietnam and the Republic of Korea decided to lift bilateral ties to a level of strategic partnership, opening up a new chapter in the development of friendship and comprehensive cooperation. On this occasion, the first Vietnamese traditional culture festival in the Republic of Korea opened in commemoration of the country's major events. The festival was seen as a chance for Vietnam to introduce its traditional culture, land and people to international friends.
The dispute settlement body of the World Trade Organization on September the 2nd issued a decision regarding Vietnam's claim against U.S. anti-dumping measures imposed on its frozen shrimp shipments.
The decision stated by the U.S. went counter to regulation of the World Trade Organization on 2 out of 3 major matters raised by Vietnam. The dispute settlement bodies upheld Vietnam's claim that the United States zeroing methodology, as it relates to the use of simple zeroing in administrative reviews, is consistent with the anti-dumping agreement and the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade 1994. The agencies also upheld Vietnam's claim that the U.S. Department of Commerce's use of zeroing to calculate the dumping margins of selected respondents in the second and third administrative reviews was inconsistent with the anti-dumping agreement and the General Agreement on Tariff and Trade 1994.
More than 66,000 tourists visited central coastal city of Da Nang during the 3-day independence vacation, with a record of 21,000 people staying there.
Famous landscapes such as Ngũ Hành Sơn, Suối Hoa, Suối Lương, and Ngầm Đôi attracted a record number of 16,000 visitors, including more than 5,000 holiday makers on September 2nd. During the holidays, over 11,000 foreign tourists arrived in the city, mainly from Taiwan, Guangzhou, Shanghai, and Kunming of China and Singapore. Meanwhile, resorts in the southern coastal city of Vũng Tàu only received a moderate number of tourists, with shorter stay than predicted, although employees had 3 days off. Local tourism authorities reported that the city resorts welcomed around 78,000 visitors, equivalent to those of last year's holidays.
An art performance focusing on themes of island and sea took place in the central province of Quảng Ngãi on September the 3rd evening to mark the 51st anniversary of Vietnam Music Day.
The program featured 14 special songs and dance praising the country's sea and islands, especially the Hoàng Sa and Trường Sa archipelagos, which were composed by local members of the Vietnam Composers Association. The annual Vietnamese Music Day, September 3rd, is organized to honor national music as well as encourage musicians and singers.
High interest rates, sharp decrease in orders, highland tax have made a number of small and medium-sized enterprises trapped. However, many of them have proactively taken their own measures to escape the difficult time and keep business going.
In Vietnam, small and medium-sized enterprises make up 96% of the total number of registered enterprises, and they contribute up to 40% of the gross domestic product. Due to small-scale operation, such enterprises are easy to be affected by market fluctuations and prices of raw materials, oil and gas and electricity, as such changes directly influence production cost. Dealing with such situation, a segment of enterprises have opted to change business lines, restructure operation, or seek other ways to get back to the business course they had chosen. A time when our businesses are thirsty for capital, we have to tighten our capital flow, seek various solutions to reduce production costs and inventory products to make our capital work smoothly. Besides, we also focus on the domestic market to boost our sales. We have foreseen difficulties we may face so as our company continues with stable production. Small and medium-sized enterprises are battling against increasing prices of input materials, as they are in fact much higher than the rates agreed on contract. Besides, high banking interest rate and high price of oil, gas and electricity forced companies to find more energy-saving solutions to keep production costs at an adequate level. Economists advise local businesses to learn experience from their foreign partners in weathering crisis impacts and at the same time need to be always creative and sharp in all circumstances for existing and sustainable development.
Right after Fishery Trade Union was set up in Lý Sơn Island district of Central Quảng Ngãi province, many local fishermen have applied for union membership. This is an encouraging signal for Quảng Ngãi as well as other central provinces to expand this model.
Chairman of the Lý Sơn District People's Committee Trần Ngọc Nguyên said more than 40 fishing boats with nearly 500 fishermen who often carry out long-time fishing offshore Hoàng Sa and Trường Sa archipelagos have registered to join the Lý Sơn Fishery Trade Union. The Lý Sơn Fishery Trade Union is the first of its kind in the country. It will become operational in September 15 with the aim to boosting cooperation, mutual assistance and protection among fishermen at sea and providing information on fishing grounds. Together with the Offshore Fishing and Services Cooperative and the Fishermen Support Fund, the Fishery Trade Union is expected to give more strength to local fishermen to hold on to their fisheries.
The Bangkok Post Thailand has carried a series of articles in English and nearly 20 photos introducing the land and people of Vietnam as well as Vietnam-Thailand relations as the two countries are celebrating 35 years of diplomatic ties.
The newspaper gave readers an insight into Vietnam, which is home to a population of almost 90 million, 52 ethnic groups, and 11 tangible and non-tangible world heritage. The Daily ran an article by Vietnamese ambassador to Thailand, Ngô Đức Thắng, which recalled the country's glorious days of the August Revolution in 1955. Its proud achievement recorded in the renewal course and improved position on the international arena. The newspaper also affirmed that the two countries are actively building a comprehensive strategic partnership on the basis of the joint statement on the Vietnam-Thailand cooperation framework in the first decade of the 21st century.
In response to the campaign's Action for AO Dioxin Victims in Vietnam, overseas Vietnamese and the staff of Vietnamese embassy and representative agencies in Thailand raised 395,000 bahts, equivalent to $13,160 to support the unfortunates.
The sum was handed over to Vietnamese ambassador to Thailand, Ngô Đức Thắng, at a ceremony held in Bangkok, where he expressed his thanks to the Vietnamese community in Thailand for their sentiments and contributions to disadvantaged people at home. The ambassador called open individuals and organizations throughout the world to act together so as to seek justice and provide material and spiritual support for Agent Orange victims.
Our program wraps up here. Thanks for joining us and goodbye.